Hi guys, Adam here. Just a very quick video for anyone who's looking to increase conversions on their messenger campaigns that they're running through Facebook ads at the moment. So traditionally and commonly what most people tend to do when they want to get paid subscribers, certainly through Facebook and Instagram ads, is they will put out a post on Facebook with a good video or image, some post text explaining the offer or why you want people to sign up to your messenger channel. And then what we would usually do is we'd have a little button in the right hand corner of the ad or the post that says send message. And when someone sends that, they then go to the get started button and they enter into our bot, our flow, whatever that might be. And that's great. And for most things, with a little bit of testing, you can get very, very good conversion rates on that and certainly keep yourself well within the margins of profit for most businesses. However, what I'm about to show you has increased our results about 3 to 4x. So we're actually paying 3 to 4 times less now for a conversion than we was when we was doing that strategy or using that strategy that I just described. So this new strategy uses something called the comments growth tool, which is hidden away in the growth tool section under widgets. What that does is instead of collecting subscribers via the message us now button that you can put on your Facebook post, what it actually does is anyone that comments on a Facebook post that you put out or Instagram post that you put it across Instagram, anyone that comments will automatically get a message from our bot. So it kind of gets rid of that, all that get started stuff, all that stuff. It kind of takes that away. And then as soon as that person replies to that first message we send, okay, then we can enter them into like a flow, a sequence, all that kind of stuff. The reason it's so good is because when you're advertising on Facebook, if ever you've run an engagement-based ad, trying to generate comments, you'll find that it's really, really easy to get people to comment on a post. Facebook's really, really good at finding all the right people in the audience that you use, and find all the people that are likely to comment on a post and serving those people. So what you find is the cost per comment is much, much cheaper than cost per messages now button click, for example. But what these people perhaps that are commenting, might not realise is that they're actually going to be entering into that messenger flow as well. So it really dramatically increases the amount of leads that you're able to generate from your campaign. Certainly what we've done ourselves. This has particularly worked very, very well for restaurants, but it would work very well for most businesses that are using any kind of sort of messenger campaign. So I'm just going to talk through exactly how you set it up. And obviously, if anyone's got any questions or anything like that, then you can send us a message, drop us a comment, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So once you've gone over to the growth tool section on your ManyChat dashboard, go over to widgets, and then all we do is we click on new growth tool, and we're going to go down here and we're going to choose Facebook comments. Okay. So you can see there, Facebook comments growth tool allows you to convert users who comment on a specific post into bot subscribers. So click on that. All we need to do now is we just need to choose the post. So this is an important point here. You need to make sure that you've already built and published or scheduled the post that you want to use on Facebook. And we go click on select a post. This is just going to go to the sort my social page. So I'm just going to do this as an absolute example. Let's go to an older post. Let's click on this nice little chart here. So once we've selected our post, this is the post that people are going to comment on, and they're going to receive a message from us. So what you also need to make sure when you create a post is you really explicitly explain in the post text that anyone that comments on this post is going to get a message from us through Messenger. Now, on this post I've chosen that I haven't done that, but this is just for a test. We're not actually going to be using it in real life, so I'm just going to click that for now. You've got here track first level comments only. Now this will mean that if you turn this on, okay, then it's only going to send a message to people that comment on the first level. So anyone that replies to someone else's comment or replies to the reply of someone else's comment, etc., etc., anyone that comments as a reply to someone else in your comment section with this off is not going to get a message. Now, in a lot of cases, you actually want to have this switched on, because what happens in a lot of cases is people will tag in their friends who will then give a reply to them being tagged in to their friend's comment. So if you've got that turned off, you won't message anyone who has replied to someone else in the comments. So we'll switch that on. When a user leaves a comment, we can choose then how quickly we message them. I currently recommend that you just do that immediately. You know, maybe there'll be situations where you don't want to do that, but we find that if you do it immediately, as soon as someone's commented, they're currently in the moment engaging your brand. So generally, you're going to find that the conversion rates are going to be better if you send that instantly. Now, you might want to exclude or certain keywords. You might only want to trigger the message when people reply with perhaps a certain word as well. We're going to leave that blank, but you can add whatever words we've separated by a comma in there as to what ones you want maybe to specifically trigger the action or perhaps not trigger, for example. So what you might say in there is you might have to say comment yes or no if you want us to send you a message, saying in which case you're going to only want to put people that say yes and obviously exclude people that say no. Once you've got that sorted, click next. Now, when we message the person after they've commented on the post, this is what they're going to get sent. Now, for them to actually be subscribed to a sequence or subscribe to our bot in general, they have to reply to this first message. So what you want to do with this message is really, really create a reason for people to respond, or make them know that to get whatever value it is they want to extract from your bot, you know, making sure that they know that they need to reply to this message to get that. So an example, I'm going to use restaurants as an example because it's restaurants that we've generally been working with the most recently with this particular tool. So what I'm going to say is, actually, I don't like it when we say hey full name, because no one wants to call someone by their first and second name. It just sounds silly. So let's just delete all that. So you might say hey, and I'm going to choose first name, comma, type yes below to get your special offer. Okay, and then so now what we're saying is make sure that someone types the word yes, and then once they've typed yes, then they're going to get their special offer. So once we've sent that, this is now what we're actually going to send after they reply. Okay, so this is the message they're going to get once they put that yes in. So at the moment we've got that's automatically says don't send the opt-in message, but we want to send the opt-in message to anyone who replies. Or, you know, as I said type yes. So with this particular example, we might want to say anyone that types the word yes, and this is not case sensitive. So you can put it in lower or uppercase, it's irrelevant. And actually, personally, I actually prefer to just send to anyone that replies, but you just need to be a bit careful that you're not going to upset people, because if someone types no or go away, leave me alone, for example, you could get in trouble for spamming. So I'm going to leave it as yes there. Then once they've replied yes, this is what we're going to send them. So we can either send them a message or we can subscribe them to a sequence. Now, what we can do here is we can just select any flow. That message can be any flow that you've got currently on ManyChat. So I'm going to just replace that. I'm going to take off any, let's have a look, social media success score. This is some silly quiz that we had. So we was doing, I'll say silly, it's great actually, but the quiz that we've got running. So now, once someone replies yes, they're automatically going to get sent this flow on our ManyChat account. Once that's done, click Save and Activate. It will tell you it's activated. This should go all nice and green up here, and your flow's good to go. If we go back to widgets now, you'll see growth tool number 11. You might want to rename that to, let's call it test flow for us. Call that whatever you want to call it. But that's active now, and then you can go back. Oh, Oh, unsave changes. Cancel, no, didn't click save. Another important thing, guys, always click save. So that's all saved and that's working. So what you can then do, just to make sure that it is working, is delete yourself from the audience and go over to your Facebook page and just put a test comment in there. And then what will happen is once you put it in, sometimes it can take a couple of minutes before the message actually comes through. It is a beta tool, so there's probably some things changing. And by the time this video goes live, there might be some other things that are on there. But I hope that was useful. Certainly for us, that comments tool, the comments growth tool, has been super valuable. As I said, it's increased our conversion rates by 3 or 4 times, to be honest with you. So really worth trying. If you're just using the click to message button at the moment, then I would thoroughly recommend that you give this a shot. Try testing this comments tool. Let us know in the comments about any other growth tools that perhaps you're using as well that are working really well for you at the moment. I'd love to hear. If you've got any questions, of course, feel free to get in touch and I will do everything in my power to make sure I get back to you as well. Thanks very much for your time, guys, and I hope that was useful.